Okay, I need you to do something for me. Just close your eyes for a second.
All right.
Now imagine you're walking into a room. It's this beautiful high-end living room, but look down. Instead of hardwood or carpet, the floor is made entirely of roses.
Roses, like real roses. That sounds like something out of a fairy tale.
Right. Or a very expensive wedding. Thousands of red roses, all perfectly preserved, and they're encased in this crystal clear, like glass-like epoxy. It reflects all the light. It looks incredibly expensive.
And I mean, a nightmare to install. The labor cost alone would be just astronomical.
Exactly. So now imagine a video of that floor being built. You see the bare concrete. Then you see the roses being hand-laid one by one. You see the liquid pouring over them. It's so satisfying. It's mesmerizing. And that single video on a YouTube channel that is only 3 weeks old has 54 million views.
54 million. That's a staggering number. That's Super Bowl commercial territory.
For a channel that didn't exist a month ago, it makes you want to quit your day job, doesn't it? I was thrilled when my video of my cat falling off the sofa got 12 likes.
You and me both. But the scale here it's just different. It's industrial.
And here's the kicker. Here's the thing that kind of breaks your brain a little bit. That floor.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't exist. The roses never grew in any garden. The builder pouring that epoxy.
Yeah.
Not a real person.
Right. It is entirely 100% artificial intelligence.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we aren't just looking at cool tech. We are unpacking one of the weirdest, most lucrative business models exploding on the internet right now, viral AI renovations. We've got a stack of research here on exactly how this works. The specific tech stack creators are using to these videos for, like, literal pennies.
And I think it's important to frame this right at the start. We're not just talking about the wow factor of the images. We're looking at a business model. People are finding these viral trends, specifically these crazy flooring renovations, and using a chain of AI tools to generate content that the YouTube algorithm is just absolutely devouring.
It really is wild. I spent some time digging through the examples in our source material, and the creativity is just off the charts. There's the rose floor, sure, but then there's this other one. Bedroom renovation, where the floor is converted into a massive walk-on aquarium.
Oh, I saw that one. It got something like 67 million views in 4 weeks.
67 million, and there's a channel mentioned in the research, Momentum Builds. They're pulling in 1 to 4 million views a day.
To put that in perspective, that's viewership that rivals mainstream cable news. I mean, a network like CNN would kill for those numbers.
But why? Before we get into the tech, why are people watching this? Would you just like shiny things?
Well, there's a psychological component. It taps into that oddly satisfying trend. The human brain loves completion. We love seeing chaos turn into order.
Okay.
Watching a raw concrete floor transform into a piece of art just hits a dopamine trigger. It's the same reason people watch those pressure washing videos for hours.
Okay, so the brain likes it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the wallet, though. Because views are nice, but views don't pay the rent. We're talking about YouTube Shorts here.
Right.
And traditionally, Shorts revenue, RPM, revenue per mil, that's pretty low compared to the long-form videos, isn't it?
Generally, yes. I mean, you can't jam 3 commercials into a 60-second clip. The average RPM for Shorts is usually somewhere between 10 and 50 cents per 1,000 views.
Okay.
However, our source data indicates that for this specific niche, for the home renovation stuff, the average is hovering around 32 cents.
32 cents per 1,000 views. That sounds small.
It sounds small until you apply the multiplier. If you do the math on a channel like Momentum Builds, getting millions of views a day, you are looking at estimated earnings of anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000.
Wait. Per week?
Per week. That's $10,000 to $30,000 a month in total revenue for a channel that, in some cases, is less than 2 months old.
Okay, hold on. So $30,000 sounds great. But is that revenue or profit? Are we factoring in subscription costs, the time? Is it actually sustainable?
That is the right question to ask. And the sustainability, that usually comes down to platform risk.
Which brings me to the panic attack I would have if I tried this. I feel like I've heard rumors that YouTube hates this stuff. Like, isn't there a rule against fake or synthetic content? I feel like YouTube would just demonetize me.
You have hit on the absolute elephant in the room. There is this huge misconception floating around that YouTube automatically demonetizes AI content.
Where does that even come from? Is it just paranoia?
It's not totally unfounded. It actually stems from an update Back in, I think it was July of 2025, YouTube announced this minor update to their monetization rules about authenticity.
And the apocalypse fears kick in.
Exactly. Creators are always terrified of the next apocalypse, so the internet, being the internet, went wild. And the rumor mill started churning out this idea that any AI-generated video was now spam and would be banned from earning money.
So it was a false alarm.
Completely. YouTube actually had to issue a clarification because the panic was so widespread. They stated pretty explicitly that AI content is monetizable, as long as it follows the normal rules, don't spam, follow community guidelines. The algorithm doesn't care if a human held the camera or if a neural network rendered the pixels.
But is there a way to know for sure? Like, if I'm looking at one of these channels, how do I know they're actually making that money?
There are two tells, our source points out, and they're really clever ways to spot a channel in the partner program. You look for the join button or the super thanks button.
Oh, right. Join is for channel membership.
Exactly. And super thanks lets you tip the creator. The key thing is, both of those features are strictly locked. You cannot enable them unless you are fully monetized.
So if I see that little super thanks heart on an AI renovation channel, that is proof positive they're getting paid.
Period. The money is real.
Okay. The money is real, the views are real, the platform allows it. Now I want to know how the sausage is made, or how the epoxy rose floor is made. Because our source promises a step-by-step breakdown.
Right. And looking at them, they do look very high production. But the workflow is surprisingly segmented. It's not one magic make me a video button. It's a chain of 4 specific tools.
And it starts with the idea phase.
It starts with the idea. And for that, we turn to our old friend, ChatGPT.
Of course.
But here's the nuance. They aren't using ChatGPT to make the video. They're using it as a creative partner to brainstorm the concept.
Because, let's be honest, coming up with aquarium floor bedroom requires a specific kind of imagination.
And the source makes a really interesting comparison here between the different AI models. It notes that for this specific task-generating wild viral visual concepts, ChatGPT is currently way better than Claude or Gemini.
But why is that? I thought Claude was supposed to be smarter.
That's exactly why. Claude and Gemini tend to be more grounded. They're like a responsible architect. You ask them for a renovation idea, they'll suggest mid-century modern, very tasteful, very boring.
And boring does not go viral.
Exactly. ChatGPT is just a bit more willing to, let's call it, creatively hallucinate. It understands spectacle.
Okay, so for our deep dive today, let's track a specific case study from the source. We're going to build a beach-themed floor.
A classic of the genre.
So step 1, you go to ChatGPT. It suggests a beach theme, you ask it to elaborate, and it spits out sand, seashells, turquoise paint, clear epoxy, beach furniture. Boom, you have your script.
Right. But you still don't have a video, you just have a text list.
So how do we get the visuals? This is where I get confused. Do I just ask an image generator for a video of a room turning into a beach?
No, and that's the big mistake. Current AI video generators, they just struggle with consistency over time. If you ask for a full video, the room might change shape halfway through. The window might move.
The walls might turn into jelly.
Exactly. So the pros use a workflow they call frame to frame. And for this, the tool of choice is Nano Banana.
I still love that name, Nano Banana.
It's catchy. It's the image generator built into Google's Gemini system.
Okay, frame to frame. Unpack that. How does it solve the jelly wall problem?
Think of it like stop-motion animation or a flip book. You aren't generating a video all at once. You're generating static images, a before state and an after state.
Okay, so walk me through the beach floor.
Step A, generate an image of an empty room. And the source actually gives a pro tip here. Adjust the lighting prompt to be bright and cinematic, because the AI can sometimes generate really moody, dark interiors.
Got it. Bright, empty room, frame 1.
Now here's the critical part. Step B. You take that image of the empty room and you upload it back into Nano Banana.
Why re-upload it?
Because the AI has no object permanence. It has amnesia. If you just typed now add sand without that reference image, it would generate a totally different room with sand.
Ah, that makes sense. You're forcing it to lock in the geometry. You're saying, keep this room, just change the floor.
Exactly. So you say, add sand to the floor. It gives you frame 2. Then you take frame 2, the sandy room, upload that, and say, add seashells. That's frame 3.
I see. You're stacking them, layer by layer.
You are literally building the renovation. Sand, then shells, then turquoise paint, then epoxy, then the furniture. It really is like digital claymation.
Move the clay an inch, take a photo, move it again, take a photo.
Precisely, and a key detail from the source about Nano Banana, they recommend using the Pro version.
To get rid of the watermarks.
Right, which usually costs money. But this is where the business side gets interesting. Google is in a market share war with OpenAI, so they've been offering a 1-month free trial of Gemini Pro. These creators are just leveraging that free trial to generate all their assets for zero cost.
Smart. Okay, so we have a folder full of pictures. Empty room, sandy room, shell room, epoxy room, but it's still a slideshow. It's not a video. How do we make it move?
Enter the animation engine. The tool of choice right now is called Kling.
Kling. Sounds like a sci-fi villain.
It's a specialized AI animator, and this is the bridge that connects your static images.
How does it work? Is it complex?
It's remarkably simple. The interface just has 2 main boxes, start frame and end frame.
Okay.
You drag your before image, let's say the room with just sand, into the start frame. You drag your after image, the room with shells added into the end frame.
To give the beginning and the destination.
Correct. And then, in the prompt box, you tell Kling what happens in the middle. You just type, "Someone enters the room and scatters shells on the floor."
And it just figures it out.
Yeah.
It invents the person that connects the two.
It interpolates the movement, it generates the video of the person walking in and performing the action that connects state A to state B, it fills in the blanks.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And this is where the economics really shift, right? Because hiring an animator is not cheap.
This is the disruption point.
Yeah.
This is what makes this a deep dive. Think about the old way.
The old way.
If you wanted a photorealistic video of a room renovation, say 5 years ago, you had to hire a CGI artist. They had to model the room, texture the sand, rig a character,
That's weeks of work.
and thousands of dollars. Our source estimates that would cost anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per video.
Which makes it impossible to churn them out daily. You'd go broke.
Exactly. But with Kling, you're on a credit system. A standard plan is about $7 a month for like 1,000 credits.
Okay, let's break that down. What does one video cost in credits?
If a video has, say, 4 to 7 of these little clips, the total cost comes out to between 58 cents and $1.40
58 cents.
versus $500.
That is, I mean, that's not an efficiency gain. That's a different universe. That's a 99.9% cost reduction.
It changes the risk profile entirely. If you spend $500 on a video and it flops, you're in trouble. If you spend 58 cents and it flops, who cares? You just try again tomorrow.
There was one other tip for Kling that I thought was really cool. The camera pan.
Oh yes, the pro tip for making it look cinematic. If you just have a static camera the whole time, it feels a bit flat, like a security camera.
Right.
So for the final clip, the grand reveal, you take that final image and you use Kling's preset camera movement.
Like a movie shot.
Exactly. You select boom up or push forward. It adds this subtle motion to the final shot that gives it a very high-end architectural digest feeling. It tells the viewer, this is premium.
So we've got our clips, we've got the guy scattering shells, we've got the epoxy pour. But here's the thing, and I've seen raw AI video. It's not perfect.
No, it is not.
Sometimes the hands look like spaghetti, or a chair leg disappears for a frame.
Mm-hmm.
How are these videos getting millions of views if they look like a horror movie?
That brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the secret sauce, as our source calls it. And it's all about speed. The editing process. They use a free tool, Microsoft's Clipchamp, but the tool itself matters less than the technique. They stitch the clips together, but then they speed them up 2 times, 3 times, sometimes 4 times the normal speed.
Why? Just to make it short for shorts.
2 reasons. First, the time-lapse format is a recognized genre. We're used to seeing renovations happen fast. It makes sense. But the second, hidden reason is biology.
Biology.
The human brain. We cannot process fast-moving images in enough detail to spot the small glitches.
Oh, that is clever. So if the AI generates a weird hand for 3 frames, but those 3 frames fly by in a fraction of a second.
You never see it. Your brain just registers person putting down furniture. It fills in the rest.
It's using our own brain against us.
Essentially. The source details this in our beach floor case study. The creator noted that the clip where the furniture was added was really glitchy. The AI struggled with the chairs.
So what did they do? Did they regenerate it?
No, that costs credits. They just sped that specific clip up to 400% speed.
So it's just Zoom furniture's there.
Exactly. But for the cleaner clips, like the epoxy pour, which AI is pretty good at, they only sped it up 200%. It's dynamic editing to mask imperfections.
It's basically editing out the uncanny valley by just running past it really, really fast.
It allows you to create a seamless video without needing a studio, materials, or even perfect software. You just need to be faster than the viewer's eye.
Okay, let's recap this workflow, because it's honestly kind of elegant in its simplicity.
It really is. It's a production line.
Step 1. Spot a trend crazy floors. Step 2. Use ChatGPT to hallucinate a concept beach floor. Step 3. Use Nano Banana to generate the static before and after frames, layer by layer.
Right.
Step 4. Use Kling to animate the bridge between those frames for literal pennies. Step 5. Use Clipchamp to speed edit the footage, hiding all the glitches and creating that viral time-lapse energy.
And the result is a piece of content that looks like it costs thousands, created for less than the price of a cup of coffee, that can potentially earn thousands a week.
The barrier to entry has completely collapsed. We're moving from a world where high production value meant expensive cameras and skilled crews to a world where it just means good prompting and smart editing.
It's democratizing, certainly, but it also raises some questions.
That's where my head goes too. It's empowering in a way. I mean, anyone listening to this could technically try this tonight, but
Yeah.
does it worry you at all?
In what sense?
Well, right now we're talking about epoxy floors made of roses. It's harmless, it's fun, but we just described a workflow where I can fabricate a photorealistic event, a renovation that never happened, for 58 cents.
I see where you're going. You're thinking beyond the floor.
Exactly. If I can fake a floor, can I fake a flood? Can I fake a crime scene? A war zone? If a single person can generate a truth that gets 67 million views, and the only barrier is a free trial and a $7 subscription, what happens when this technology moves from wacky trends to news?
That is the profound question of our decade. We rely on video as proof of reality. Pics or it didn't happen, right? That's been our standard for truth.
But now pics are just data.
Exactly. We are rapidly entering an era where video evidence is no longer proof of existence. If we can't trust our eyes, we have to change how we verify truth entirely. The rose floor is just the training wheels for a much, much bigger shift.
Something to mull over the next time you're scrolling and see a renovation that looks just a little too good to be true. Maybe pause and ask yourself, did this happen, or did a GPU just dream it?
Indeed. Skepticism is the new literacy.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Stay curious.